We got to show you this sweet basement gym setup. It's got 3 Temple of Gains machines in it, this 6-post rack with the drop-in Rhino, the Bulletproof VTS setup on the rack, and I love this dialed motion Ibex setup. Let's get the tour started.
Massenomics.
Today's video is brought to you by Gym Radar, our new website totally focused on the home gym community. Gym Radar lets you create a profile for your gym, upload photos, and build a complete equipment list. You can browse other gyms, leave reviews, and see what equipment people are actually using. It's free to join. It's built entirely around the home gym community. Visit gymradar.com and get on our radar today. We are in the bus to check out Big Kevin's big basement gym. Are you going to give us the tour, Kevin?
I'm going to give you the grand tour. Let's get after it.
Excellent. So the basement gym, what's the name of does the gym have a name?
I call it the Kev Cave, just because it's kind of all blacked out down here, dark, so it just felt like a little bit like a cave, you know.
Yeah.
So,
We're in the bus for the Kev Cave. It's a basement gym. How long did you say, 2019?
Yeah, started in 2019, and
Okay.
I have only one piece of equipment in here from the original gym, so yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you've turned over quite a bit.
Everything's
since then.
been turned over except for like one barbell, so.
All right, so it's also expanded. You
Yeah.
talked about how this area that we're going to check out first didn't used to exist.
Recently expanded after, shortly after Home Gym Con last year. I was able to kindly kick my wife out of the basement.
Yeah, you said, my hobby, it needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
Your hobby has to go somewhere else.
Exactly, yeah.
So here we are. So the back of it, let's check out this back part here. First of all, you've got some really cool machines, and I'm interested in all of these machines. I'm particularly interested in a couple of them. These 2 machines we're going to check out, while we were on this trip, those both arrived at my house in a pallet, and my wife said, what the heck is this crap?
Nice.
Why do we get a giant truckload of stuff? And it's these 2 machines back here that Big Kevin's got. But first, this machine, also Temple of Gains.
Yes.
I don't know what this is called. At Massenomics Gym, I have the Hammer Strength ISO Rome. It's a la comparable to this machine from Temple of Gains, obviously.
Yep, I think it's exactly, I think, the first set of machines that like Temple of Gains kind of put out, I think a lot of it was like mirroring the Hammer Strength line.
Yeah.
So this is definitely like a clone of the Hammer Strength ISO row.
Right. So which of these 3 Temple of Gains machines did you get first?
I ordered the leg extension leg curl machine first, and that was probably in like April of last year. And then while that was pending, I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I can't just throw one machine over here. I need more, right?
Right.
So then I ordered the multi-flight too. And then after I reconciled with my wife about spending that much money, this popped up on Marketplace nearby, like 15 minutes from here. So I was like, yep, I'm going to buy that now too.
So you got this on Marketplace?
Yep, yeah.
Sweet.
A guy, he's in Columbus here. He was moving back out to the West Coast. He had an amazing gym in his house too, lots of really premium equipment, and he was selling a lot of it for just like, just taking pretty heavy losses on stuff. But I think he was just, getting rid of it and just contributing back to the community. So
this is a sweet piece to get on Marketplace.
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to say that. Because Temple of Gains, it's new enough that I haven't run across a lot of people yet that have gotten stuff used from Temple of Gains.
Right.
This is cool though. It is really similar to that Hammer Strength machine.
Yep.
And people love that machine, so
sure.
it makes sense to have something like this.
Yeah, it's a big footprint, but it's like versatile enough in the sense of like if I want to do, really hammer the lats, you can like set the seat up higher. I'm sure from the Hammer Strength machine, but use the neutral grips a lot more. You can get up here, or I put a bench wedge on here so you can get more distance too. Yeah, so you can really like pull that way, and then if I want to like hit upper back a lot more, I pretty much will go wide or kind of in here. So yeah, I love this one a lot. I use this every pool day.
So did you get these? You got these 2 before Home Gym Con then?
I had them ordered, and then they had a backlog of orders last year, so they finally got delivered in like August timeframe last summer. So I've had them since about August. Yep.
So you probably know the answer to this, and I can't even remember. The ones that I just got, whatever the most current version is, are they exactly like the ones you have, or is there anything different about the ones I just got?
This is V2 right here. So you got V3, which has got delivered. So instead of on the dials, they're laser cut instead of these stickers. So and then
that will help me get stronger. I can tell already.
Yeah, definitely, because laser cut is definitely going to 10% gains at least there for sure. I think they basically doubled like the amount of height adjustments on the side there. So I think mine has 15 spots. I think the new one has like probably damn near 30 or something like that. So And then the other difference is, I was thinking, the head pad on the new one this one's stationary here. The new one has like a pop pin, and you can adjust it to like a few different positions. So,
gotcha.
And I think that would be, if anything, that would be the most beneficial, like most meaningful change, because like if you're doing, things like rear delt, specifically like rear delt flies, it'd be nice to be able to kind of like adjust where your head's making contact with the pad. Okay. But it's super nice to have. I mean, this thing is awesome. I love this. So.
And then how about leg extension, seated leg curl? Is the one I got different then?
No, this is like the first run of the V3. So you're getting the V3 also. Yeah. This is the most current one. But yeah, I was
hoping mine would be a little more special than that. But I guess not.
Maybe Yoni made V3.5 for you or something like that. But yeah, this was actually like ordered as V2, and they kind of sent me V3 before they even changed anything on the site. So I was stoked about that. But yeah, main difference was the crossbar down here. They recessed this part here, so you get a little more. You get like 2 more, 3 more inches of ROM at the bottom.
Yep.
I've had for like leg curls, no problems with it at all for range of motion or anything like that.
So do you use this
Hoosla pad? I got that thinking I would use it, and I really don't use it because.
So I don't need to buy one.
No. Just in basically the way. If you throw the Hoosla pad on, it's like thick enough that it really doesn't change. If it doesn't really change like the spacing between here, so it's not going to really give you much better range of motion. If it was like half the size of thickness, I think it'd be perfect, because then you'd be able to like maybe crank this down like 1 more notch and get a little bit tighter at the bottom of the move. But yeah, we're about the same height, so I would say I'm thinking you definitely don't need it. So yeah, plenty of range of motion on this bad boy.
What's your favorite of the 3 machines?
Man, it's got to be multi-flight, just because. Just because it's the most versatile. Like I can do, lateral raises, front raises, rear delts. I do all that on there. I've done like single arm tricep push downs. I've got these bad boys that can throw them on the handles and do like hip abductions and stuff like that. Like you can lower it down. Some people like do the incline bench pull up there and do flies like that. For me, that doesn't, like my stature, that doesn't work too well. Doesn't feel great. I think if the handles could telescope, or if you could adjust the angle of the handles, I think maybe that would make it a little bit more achievable to do some of that stuff. But everything else, man, I mean, it's like as long as you dial it in the way you need to, you can do so much on here. It's amazing. So.
This is, you might notice behind Kevin on the wall there, Tommy, this is a Massenomics certified training facility, proudly certified training facility. So now you can go to gymradar.com and get yourself certified. True story about Kevin's place. He was an early adapter, so he was a certified training facility before Gym Radar existed. I'd met Kevin at Home Gym Con, so I already knew him. But on our old map, we had like one picture. I didn't know that much about the Kev Cave. He got on Gym Radar here recently when it came out. Got on there, we saw all these pictures, all his list of equipment, and we're like, oh, we have to come tour the Kev Cave. It was a no-brainer thanks to Gym Radar and everything that shows. So please consider going to gymradar.com. You can sign up for free. You can come become a certified training facility if you want to. It costs almost nothing. You can't really afford not to. What is this in the corner?
We got New Recover. It's one of those sauna boxes everybody probably gets ads for on Instagram and stuff. I've actually had it for a couple years now, and I've just fell for the advertising. But yeah, I can unzip it for you if you want to see. But yeah, literally just little steam sauna.
Okay.
You can there's the window for it, so you got the window. Yeah, it's nice. And I got some like towels in there that I use to like soak up all the moisture. So you just hook up like a little steam pot to it, and I drag it out here in front of the TV and just sit there.
You just watch through the window?
Yeah, I just watch through the window. I watch like whatever, or listen to podcasts, or watch YouTube and stuff. Does it get
very hot?
Yeah, I mean it's hot, and I like the steam too, because it's I would prefer a traditional sauna, but I don't have the electrical for it and really the space, so that's a good compromise. But yeah, like I'll get in there, crank it up to the highest setting on the steam pot, and 30 minutes I'm done. So I'm like that's plenty of time in there. But yeah, it's great.
That's cool.
Yes.
Silly Goose Barbell Club, obviously.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cardio tanner.
Oh yeah, the Nordic Track treadmill.
Yeah, this thing's been going forever. I bought this, I was in the Navy and I was stationed out in San Diego, and I bought this thing probably over 10 years ago, so it's old. I got it for like $700 brand new from the Navy Exchange. And yeah, it's still running. I can't complain about it. A lot of people complain about Nordic Track, but this one's been kicking forever. So,
have you ever seen the old vintage York weights? Oh, they're not that old, but they're the blue ones, and they're Beat Army.
Oh no, I haven't seen those.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, you need to get us
that'd be
those.
sweet. That would be awesome.
I can't get them, but Kevin could get them.
Yeah, but yeah, I also just drag this out in front of the TV whenever I usually come down in the mornings, do some walking on the incline or whatever. So I drag it out in front of the TV so I can watch.
What rep bench do you have?
The adjustable bench 5200 2.0. So
same exact one you have, Tommy?
Yep.
Different color?
Yep, and it's been perfect for me. I can't imagine needing a different bench. I mean, I think there's some things I do. I'd like maybe a shorter pad, like the Prime Shorty bench or something like that. But really, that just doesn't seem like something I need to spend the money on yet. So
just yesterday we were touring the bar gym reviews basement gym, and he had the Rogue
Adjustable bench 3.0.
Yeah, and I was like, this thing is so heavy. It was shocking. I had to now pick this up as a direct comparison.
Yep.
Yeah, this is still heavy too, but that Rogue one is really heavy.
Yeah. I had the Rogue adjustable bench 2.0 before they had the 3.0, and I did like that one a lot too, but that one was also even heavier than this one for sure. So,
is this the most popular bench on Gym Radar right now? Runner Reps is. If it's not this one, this is the top 4. Yeah. This is one of the most popular.
I would say too this one, or maybe it's the 4100 series. I think that one's super popular too. So
it could be that.
Yep.
Your wall control wall is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got it stacked up.
I notice you've got, the main panels here. There's 4 of them, the usual 16-inch or whatever those are. But then, so did you add these ones later, or was that, okay, because you have these short ones.
I actually had just the galvanized steel wall control panels for the longest time, and those kind of, over time, they patina and stuff, and they don't look very good. So I actually just replaced the wall control the end of last year too, and then bought the extra whatever the 16-inch strips are or whatever. So just because I was getting my Darko handles in and getting some other new stuff, and I was like, all right, I need a little bit more space. So.
Yeah, what are some of your favorite attachments on the wall? I'm seeing some cool ones.
Favorites right now are my newest ones, which are the JD attachments. So the hollow easy curl bar. This is so light. Go ahead and feel that.
Oh,
and it's
shocking.
Thick.
Yeah. It's actually shockingly light.
Yeah.
I can't let you hold it through the camera, but just imagine this is very light.
Which, as opposed to the Rogue curl bar, this thing is got to be triple the triple the weight of just the hollow core bar. So I've been liking that one a lot.
Yeah.
A ton.
This one not so light.
Yeah. That's a workout just holding it in your hands.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So, but then this one I think is interesting. I thought we maybe saw this at Anand's gym or something like that.
Yeah, I think Anand. And this is a home gym Discord super popular piece. Everybody on there raves about it. So I was like, I had to get it. It's the Triple T or the top tier triceps handle, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's great.
That's why he was promoting this so much. He's a big home gym Discord guy
for sure.
So that's why he made sure to show us this one when we were there.
I get a lot of bad influence from guys on there.
Yeah.
So,
And then is this a wrist roller?
Yeah, so you can throw.
And you can also do.
Yep. Throw this bad boy on the rack, and you can take this. I actually don't do any free weight hanging from it. I just attach it to the cable that's on my rack, and then so I can pull it that way. So you get really good tension on it all the time. You can do pronation, supination too. The smart guys, they attach it to a Vultra, but I don't have any Vultras yet. Yeah. So yeah.
Then you've got the Darko. Is this the Shorty?
Yep, that's the Shorty bar.
The Shorty. Yep. You've got Porter. Yep. What are those called? Eclipse grips?
Yep, the Eclipse grips.
All black. You like the blacked out stuff, obviously.
Yeah. It's I like keeping it nice and dark, and everything looks sleek that way.
You blacked out the PR.
Yeah, I had to do it too. Even that little pop of orange.
Yeah, but I left too much.
I left the mag though, just because I want everybody to know that I have the OGs.
You don't have the knockoff.
I don't have the knockoffs. Yeah. I got I like supporting the smaller guys.
And are these Darkos then too?
Yeah, those are the D-Nade handles too. So those are pretty sweet. I like those for a lot of movements as well.
For anyone that's not aware, we've got affiliate links with just about all of these companies, whether it's Darko. We actually have discount codes with several of them too, whether it's Darko, Porter Phys Ed, Temple of Gains, Rogue Fitness we're going to talk about, Rep Fitness we're going to talk about. We've got just about all of them. You can click on any of them. It helps us out a little bit somehow, we think. The adjustable dumbbells, you got the Rep Pepin. How big do yours go up to here?
Just up to 100. So I don't really. Honestly,
you don't need the 120s.
Yeah, honestly, I don't use dumbbells a whole lot. I use a lot of cable for my accessory stuff. So, but these are the most popular for a reason. I had Iron Master dumbbells for the longest time. I love those too, but these are sweet to have as well. So,
and you have the Rep cart.
Yeah,
the Rep storage cart. Is that what it's called?
Yep. I think that's maybe the main reason I wanted to move over to, because I didn't like the Iron Master stand. It was just narrow and kind of flimsy and stuff like that. and I really wanted a good stand. And I like the style you can walk into. That's super helpful.
What's that cool bow staff walking stick thing?
Dude, yeah, this is, I was stationed in Japan, so this is what I used when I climbed Mount Fuji.
Cool.
But now I keep it down here and I just use it for like warming up the shoulders and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's nice to have, and it's got a bunch of stamps. I think they did like, you get to each station, it has different altitudes.
Okay, and they like burn each one in there.
Yeah, they burn it, so I've had this since 2013. I climbed Fuji, which is actually probably the worst day of my life. Never climb a mountain. Why would you it was like climbing was hard, and then I was like, getting down was even worse. So I was like, that's terrible. So yeah, but yeah.
That's cool though.
Keep it down here just for warming up the shoulders and stuff before bench day.
You know, Kevin's kind of OG Massenomics when he's got this on the wall too. Like, not just anyone has that.
Yeah, that's exclusive.
Yeah, that actually is kind of.
That could be a collector's item. I could
that
probably
is
sell
sort
that.
of a collector's item. You could sell that.
I could maybe recoup the entire gym's cost if I sold that.
That is a valuable piece. Yeah. You have the Mutant Metals UDA, and you kind of have it flipped around right now for storage, I suppose, is what you do.
Yep, keeping it out here. And then I have these are like VTS hooks, so I use these as my ISO handles for my VTS, which I can show you guys.
Well, what is this stuff on, actually? What do you what is this right here?
So this, I bought, for my rack, I bought a standalone Rogue Rhino. And but I knew I immediately wanted to drop it into my rack, so I dropped it into my rack and took the extra parts. So these are just the uprights from the Rhino.
Right.
And then I've got our buddy Basement Brandon's bench prop. I bought.
Never heard of her.
Never yet. The bench prop is like mounted across here, so I took the Rogue Mini feet and put them on here. So and it's close enough against the wall. There's heavy enough stuff that there's really nothing supporting it backwards, but it doesn't really budge. So you can load it up on here. So I just got a bunch of stuff mounted on there. This is all my accessory stuff.
Is this Oak Club? Or it's probably got some weird name.
Oak Club Wessie. That's good for calf block. I always use it on my belt squat, so I throw it over there and do all my calf work on that bad boy, and then got the Rogue landmine, got the Rogue tib.
And you've got all your ab mat products fit in there perfectly as well.
Yeah, those are good to have. I really do like the ab mat stuff a lot.
What's this like chest support pad or what is that?
That's our boy Darko. Yeah, it's the thresher pad. Yeah, this is my favorite. So I throw that on one of my spotter arms. Do that for like dumbbell rows, stuff like that. So this one's one of my favorites. That's probably my favorite piece from Darko.
Right here, Tommy. You see what this is? Don't mind if I drink his Spindrift. Just kidding. It's mine. Drink Spotter XL available at Massenomics.com. Several drink spotters available at Massenomics.com.
Absolutely.
Your barbell wall-mounted rack. You've got some nice bars here.
Thanks, man.
We got cool bars. What is this one on top? It's a little guy.
That's the Rogue Stump. So it's 29. It's just the same as the stainless Ohio Power Bar, but it's nice. It's like 30 pounds and it's nice and small. So I use that for the VTS mostly.
And then this thing, you also can't feel this through the camera, but it's got some bite. What is this, the Rogue Agro?
Yeah, that's the 2X, the Agro.
Yeah.
3X is kind of unnecessary. 2X is pretty awesome.
It's the sweet spot.
It's even honestly kind of a killer for like back squats. Like if you do low bar, it's a little too rough for low bar, but I like it for everything else.
Is this a regular Rogue Ohio Power
Bar?
Yeah,
that's my first barbell I ever bought. And,
so you bought a good barbell to start with.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one probably just forever, just since I've always, and I still use it for squatting. I have I don't know, it's hard to see the end caps, but I threw the Squat-tober end caps on there instead of the Ohio bar end caps. So.
Rackable curl bar. Yep. And what is this on the bottom?
That's another home gym Discord jam right there. That's one.
Cool.
Everybody on there will tell you need this bar, and it's 100% true. But it's the
Is it American Barbell?
It's Jim Linko.
Jim Linko.
It's called the 419 bar. And it's actually like advertised for like rowing movements, but I use it mostly on the VTS, and it's insane for like incline bench with it and stuff like that. You get a nice range of motion, huge stretch on the chest.
So we'll talk about the VTS. So the VTS is you can put your own bar in there then too.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's go to your rack and talk about what we got going on here. So this is a Rogue 6-post rack, or you have the drop-in Rhino in the back of it.
Yep. So started out with just the RM3, which is just the 30-inch depth rack. I started out with that, and then I added the drop-in Rhino, so just put the cross members on, and then eventually I bought the full uprights so that I could throw storage on here and stuff too.
These aren't the standard handles though on the Rhino. They're not the ones I've got.
No, those are neutral grip pull-up handles from Rogue. And I just take them off whenever I actually want to do chin-ups or whatever with them. But I mostly leave them on there to use them as handles for the Rhino.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, and your plates that you're rocking are the rep.
Yep.
Are those the equalizer, urethane coated equalizers or whatever?
Yes,
Look
sir.
cool. I do like those. And then you put these mats on top of your right. Were you saying that? Like
yeah, they're like the Titan gym mats. They're like real thick, and they're kind of a little bit spongier, but they're really nice for like because especially if you're doing anything with like attachments on the Rhino, like curl bars or anything like that. Instead of throwing them down on the metal platform, it helps it out, gives you a little more range of motion. I know some of the short kings out there like to stack it up too if they need a better range of motion. I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But, you know.
We don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have that problem.
Then you've got the Rogue mono attachments.
Yep.
Do you use those very often, or what?
Yeah, I use those for all like incline bench, skull crushers, and stuff. So you just store them up there, nice and out of the way.
You've got the Ghost Roller J cups that you can buy from Rogue.
Yep.
And then you have. So you can do a number of things actually. You have the dialed motion pair on each side of the rack.
Yep.
You also can't you do something with the drop-in if you have a drop-in Rhino? Can't you use that as like your weight stack somehow through a Rogue rack too if you wanted to?
I think you have to have their proprietary system, their cable system, because they have that like tensioning system on the newer Rhino ones.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't recommend that one though, because it's really not as smooth as like if you buy their individual cable, the ones with their cable stacks and stuff.
Yeah.
I think Rhino shines as it is. Like use that because it's plate loaded. It's on that trolley. It's not super smooth, but it's like perfect for belt squats and like singles. But if you want like really smooth movements, like the dialed motion system's insane. Or if you get Rogues or like the Rep Aries or something like that, those are all really smooth. So.
And I wonder, Tommy, do you think we should show like the dialed motion? You know, we've looked at this before, but not everyone's seen it before.
Set up, actually.
Yeah, it's actually set up. The only thing that you're missing, I think, is are these?
Yeah, you can slide those right out. I just have them sitting on band pegs just to keep them out of the way. So.
And then does this go on here?
Yep,
like
you just drop it in
that,
there.
And then I could just throw like this 25 on here, right?
Yep.
I think I know what I'm doing.
Yep. And
then now it's set up, right?
Yeah, so this is unlocked, which means this is going to pull, this is going to move freely.
Get to where you want it.
Yeah. So and then engage the weight that way.
And then it's locked. So then I could, I don't know what exercise I'm doing, but just for the sake of looking at this, I'm doing a.
We'll just do some sets of freaking whatever,
It is very smooth, like that. I don't know, trolley system or whatever you call that. I got to do both arms to keep things. I don't want to be on balance going to Arnold later today, but
people will notice.
I like using this because every time we do it, I'm like, that works so well, and it's not evasive, overly evasive to the rack.
Right.
Like when you first walk into this rack, you almost might not even know that you have stuff on here.
Yep.
Whereas some of the all-in-one functional trainer racks, I'm like, that is a lot to take in. I can't even tell what all is going on there. And this just seems so compact. And obviously there's no weight stack, it's plate loaded, but I don't like it. The feel of it is very good. Whether that was a plate stack or whether that was a full weight stack or plate loaded, I don't know if it'd feel that much different.
Did you do pull downs over there? Like what's the?
Yeah. So and like the plate loaded does not bother me at all. I mean, it's nice to have a weight stack for speed, but man, I mean, you can load up to 500 pounds on each of these individually. So
and
I mean,
you're on a rack
insane.
with plates.
Right.
The plates are very accessible.
The plates, I have to move plates. 24 inches.
Right.
So this is the upper arm portion. So this mounts externally, and since they route the cable on the outside of the rack, you can put it on either side if you wanted to, but it just it lets you. So if I'll show you real quick, super easy. This will be standard here, where you can slide this up and down, and then so all you do is you take this lives in here. You just pull that bad boy out, and then you can route the cable back up through while it's unlocked. Drop it back in there. And then you've got like a really high pull here, and then lock it in. I do all my lat pull downs from here. I have the Stray Dog roller. I have the dialed motion version is on order, and that should be shipping out next month finally. So I'm stoked about that. But in the meantime, I've been using the Stray Dog one. So just mount it here.
Right.
Put my legs on there. The only downfall is that when you do it like this way, I can show you. Only downfall with like this one is that the cable is offset of the rack by just a couple inches.
Right,
so,
off to the side
so you're kind of sitting, a little sloppy.
But the dialed motion one is
dialed motion is going to be offset just like this one.
So with you, we don't have to set it up. But what do you sit on when you do it?
Just wheel my rep bench over.
Can you go is the range of motion like at that height? With your height, can you go pretty much all the way to the top?
Yeah, I can set it up real quick and show you guys if you want to.
Yeah, we might as well quick
because
I think this is particularly interesting.
Yeah.
Because everyone tries to solve these same problems in different ways, and I'm always very curious about the style of motion one. It seems, I just like how it's not so much crap.
Yeah.
Some of them have so much crap, and this is less crap.
I do have to get the VTS out of the way.
Yeah, we got to talk about the VTS.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one too. I move this out of the way too, just because it's.
Is that where you normally put it then? Is it?
Just for when I'm doing lat pull downs, but normally I'll just keep them down at the bottom. But yeah, you got to get clear the space out of the way for your feet. So. Yeah. I got some of the OG Vendetta pins here. These are like crazy, like feel the neural on that. It's insane. It's like way too.
It's actually kind of like dangerous.
It's like dangerous. Yeah, it's like I actually use these less frequently just because they're kind of painful.
And you have while you're getting that, he also has the surplus strength spotter arms. What are those? Are those? What are they? I don't know. Stealth spotter arms?
The stealth spotters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those. All right, let me pull this over here for you.
The Rep 5200.
Yep. Drop that there. We'll pick
your poison.
Yep. There we go. I actually like, this one's sweet. We get some weight on there too.
But as you can see, it doesn't take all that long. Like this is basically your rest time.
Oh man, yeah, this is what this is it. If I'm going like a little bit heavier, I will. Like I'll put a mag pin in here, raise this up so the starting position's higher, so I can get another because you can do 2 weight horns obviously.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, right.
So it doesn't matter if you load it only on one side; it's still just as smooth. It's gonna be fine.
Right.
But I'll just so
you can do more weight or whatever.
Just for mental. But yeah, I mean, I think they tested up to 500 pounds on that bad boy. So, but since I have the Rhino platform in the way, I have to like raise it up a little bit. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So, hop on there. But yeah, I mean, I am 6'3". Pretty normal wingspan for 6'3".
So it just automatically retracted when you did that.
Yep. Yeah, that's the cool part too. So if you're like ever any movement you want to set up, that's like
you can grab it. Yeah, right. And then it automatically retracts, and then it goes back. And then it Yeah, it's
the best for like cable overhead extensions or whatever like that. You can get it so it's loose. Start up here, and then it ratchets down for you, and then you start from the bottom. But yeah, so you hear the ratchet sound. That's how it's now it's engaged, and then right here.
Yeah.
Yep. 4 range of motion. So, this is a full stretch right here, and I still probably have 6 inches
to go.
Space there.
That's cool.
Some attachments won't let me do that. Like I love using the shorty bar with like some extra handles on there, but that range of motion is a little tricky, so I might have to just like lean back a little bit further and stuff. So, but yeah, it's a good. I love the dialed motion system. Like I would love Vultras, but it's like I don't know if Vultras would like revolutionize my workouts in a way that would be worth.
You can kind of do most of the movements already with this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Really the selling point for Vultras would be like the features like eccentric or chains and stuff like that, and some of that cool stuff. But for like traditional cable system, man, dial motion, I'm a shill for it. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've also got very popular the Bulletproof VTS that you're kind of moving around here and. You said you can bring your own bar, add your own bar, and that's what would go in here.
Yep.
You can also use them in isolation from each other.
Yep.
So you got your handles you were talking about.
Yeah. So if I'm not using pretty much the 419 bar in there, I'll use the stump bar for like squats. I use the 419 bar for a lot of pressing, and then I use these. I'll use the Mutant Metals handles. So let me grab the right one.
Got a man who parks in gym. Pin right here, holding it up.
Oh yeah, that's a. MW Pig Gym there, shout out. Throw this bad boy in here. That slides in. And the only pain is really just like adjusting because these are a lot thicker than like a normal barbell, so you gotta really
so you have to adjust that per bar that you're using in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't know what I'm doing with that. You know what you're doing because you've done this several times.
Yeah, it's like the speed is actually like pretty easy once you do it a handful of times. Yeah. So now let me pull this pin out. Yeah, but now we got a full, handle here.
Yeah.
We can use for that, so it's pretty sweet.
So what's your favorite thing to do with these?
I like. Oh man, actually these are so cool. I think for the VTS, my favorite is incline bench with the 419 bar.
Okay.
And then secondary would be I actually roll up, even though I have my Temple of Gains back machine, I put my bench on an incline and roll it up, and you do chest supported, like really high, like low to high rows with it like that. That's super nice to do.
With this setup.
Yeah, with the individual handles, you get a crazy range of motion, a lot of stretch. So yeah, those are super nice to have. Yeah, VTS is awesome though. It's really smooth. I mean, I think maybe the This is the top of the line ones. They
Yeah.
have like 2 other versions now. Really, if they had like a more compact version that could still do the ISO handles, which I think they have the home light version now.
Yeah.
I think maybe that one might even be worth it over here because I'm not really in like the ecosystem of the other bulletproof stuff that you can use these for.
Right,
so.
right.
But for now, I mean, they're amazing for what they do. So they're awesome.
Sweet. The setup's awesome. You do have arguably more space you could fill in here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what would be on
Oh,
the...
we got plans.
Yeah,
we got plans.
What's on the wish list?
We got, hopefully our friends at ATX start selling some stuff in America this year.
Yeah. Because you're going to be at Home Gym Con again this year.
Yeah, and I'm going to yell at them if they haven't sold
Yeah,
by then. So
yeah.
we're going to have a stern talking to. I want everybody's favorite. I want that the pendulum squat would be
Can
awesome.
vouch for it. It's good.
Yeah, I would love. I think I could even stick that maybe
You
right
could put
here.
it right there.
Yep.
For sure.
And then kind of leave. I also really want the standing chest press. That thing is awesome too, and I could throw that right here and still have a ton of space too. So
those would maybe be 2 things you would add to the equation.
yeah, those are definitely on the docket. I've also considered like the Temple of Gains pendulum because that one's so nice too. It's just I
that's very nice also.
I like the ATX because of the form factor though.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
Their equipment definitely interests me just because of the space saving and like you can jam more into a basement. Even though I do have a good amount of space, it's like just under 400 square feet in here. It'd be nice to have things that still save you some space. So
Also, those guys have bought enough beers at Home Gym Con. Eventually, we got to buy something from them.
yeah, that's true. That is yeah. It's like, hey, let me give you guys money. Come on, yeah.
We owe you just in beers.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. We love the setup. Thank you for the tour.
Yep.
The Kev Cave.
The Kev Cave.
Found on gymradar.com. He's got pictures. He's got a bunch of his cool equipment listed. Probably more descriptions and stuff that you can check out. Please check out gymradar.com. Please watch more of our gym tours. We have more on YouTube than anyone else in the world right now. More gym tours on YouTube than anyone else in the world. We'll see you for the next one.